back working here on the Trans Am. I got that radiator. That's still the Fox body radiator that's all rigged up in there at a 45. I explained how what was going on with that redneck fix in the last video. Quick summary if you didn't see it though. The radiator I had in here originally that actually fits correctly was not cooling the car down, and so it was a Chinese aluminum radiator. Ended up taking it out, and I had a Fox body radiator that I know cooled the engine down on its setup, so I just rigged that up, threw it in there, and that cooled the car down. So with knowing that, I went ahead and I bought me a new radiator that will actually fit in that car. It's a nice Mishimoto, pretty cool. Of course, you got the Mishimoto M on there, so you know what it is. So I'm currently getting ready to throw that in there. Yesterday I was working on the AC system, just trying to get it all hooked up, and originally these cars took R12 Freon. R12 Freon uses a different fitting in order to attach the AC hoses. So what I did is I bought this little kit off Amazon, and it converts it from R12 to R134A adapters, so then your standard hoses will just pop on there, since all modern cars use R134A. But the problem I ran into here is this is the high pressure line that runs along the body of the car, and this thread here is not a typical size thread that I could find. I couldn't find any adapter for it, so I was running into trouble with that. And luckily what I did is I just made a new adapter on the lathe. I'll unscrew it here and show it to you. But I just made this little adapter right here. Cut me a hex on it, tapped that inside hole, threaded the outside of it. Got the part here, got that threading on there. It's not ideal, but you know, it works, gets the job done. And then that's going to thread onto there, and then I can use my R134 adapter. So that should work pretty good. Not the slickest thing in the world, but you know, I'd rather have this and cold AC than no AC at all. So I'll probably reinstall that hose back on there today as well. I'm going to go ahead, rip that Fox body radiator out of there, and try and get all this stuff done tonight. It's going to be a busy weekend, so this is really my last chance to work on this thing this week, and I'm hoping to get it pretty set up where that new radiator is working. And yeah, that's the goal. All right, I just got this thing. Went ahead and put it in there. I had to get the fan bolted up to the new radiator, so that took me a little bit. And then I have this like chrome piece here. Had to get it bolted up, which I use these M6 clips here. I'm sure you guys have seen those before. Bought a pack of them off Amazon. They're pretty handy. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, you got your Mishimoto cap there, which is pretty cool. Should be a extremely nice extremely nice radiator for it. So I'm pretty confident that that's going to fix the issue with it. Pretty happy I got this in here. I was not able to get all the lines and stuff hooked up yet. It's getting late right now, and I've got a busy weekend, so this is probably going to be a wrap for now. Okay, so here's what happened. The car was still getting hot. It was still overheating, cruising around. So what I did, I mean, I trust this radiator and this brand. So what I figured out what the problem was is there between the AC condenser and the radiator, there was a pretty good gap. So, and the pusher fans were also attached to the front of the AC condenser. So I went ahead and I closed that gap up where the AC condenser and the radiator are pretty much touching. And then I removed the two pusher fans that were attached to the front of the AC condenser because I thought that under cruise, it might be too much of a restriction for the air that actually wants to come into the radiator just from going down the road. So I removed those, and then I've got these on this Trans Am here. It's got like this front grill, I'll show you. So it's got these fins here, and what I did just for a minute is I removed those fins while I drove it. But if you look, you probably can't see it too well, but there's cutouts in these fins, and originally not every single one of these slits is cut out. It was actually solid. So what I did is I removed those, and I took my knife and I cut out all the slits. That way it would let more air in. So the combination of all three of those things, it really helped a lot getting air through there. And we were able to finally beat on the car pretty good, and it definitely fixed the cooling issue. So right now I'm actually just putting everything back together on it and getting the new radiator bolted in correctly. A lot of the stuff I had was just thrown together for testing, but now that I know that it works, I'm going to put it in there a little bit more properly. But I just wanted to show you guys, if you know, these third gen body style like Camaros, Firebirds and stuff, I know they're really known for having overheating issues. And so if you want to fix that, again, this is a 383 stroker in here that I was having trouble with. It looks like the combination to go with is you're going to want a 3-core radiator. Make sure that I think this is like a LS1 dual fan setup. So it's a pretty cheap fans. You know, they were used on a factory car. I just fabbed them up onto this Mishimoto radiator. And then make sure that there's not much of a gap between your AC condenser and your radiator. You can't have any restrictions on the front of the condenser like my pusher fans. That was not helping. Make sure I've got a 180 degree thermostat in here. That seems to do pretty good. You may be able to get away with like a 195 thermostat, but with this setup I have now, and you know, the more airflow coming in the front, also don't forget your air dam underneath of the car. I was able to cruise around at 205 degrees temp, and then if I did a pull with the car, it'd probably get up to 210, maybe 215. So it was doing really good. I'm really happy with it. Hope this helps you guys out on your third gen setups. They're pretty finicky because there's not much airflow through the front end of that car. But that's going to be the conclusion of the overheating problems with this Trans Am here. So hoping to get this thing wrapped up and done soon.